All right, everybody, welcome back to the 2015 MotoOption Supercross Series presented by Fly Racing, live on Star Your Systems TV. Kellen Brower, your host, here alongside my co-host Chris Riesenberg, and we are set to go racing main event action. Chris, I have got one question for you. Who do you think is going to win tonight's 250 main event?
I know who isn't going to win it, and that's Shack Attack or Squidbro, because they're not in it. I think your winner. Yeah, I'm leaning towards I got three riders on mine, so I'll give my three podium riders, and then I'm going to pick one to win it. Jeremy Henners, Kyle Robb, or Tony Spinelli. I shouldn't probably leave off Stanley, but I did. I am going to go with, for the win, my gut said Spinelli, but I think Kyle Robb is going to take home a victory. He's been coming from behind every race so far, and I think he's due to not start in the back for once.
Looks like we are. What are we doing here? What's going on?
I'm not sure.
Uh.
I think someone DDoSed the server.
What in the heck happened? Well, okay, so I'm looking in chat. If you notice, Josh Betts has not loaded in yet, which is weird because he's supposed to be on the line. And the race started, but Betts is not in yet. So let's see what happens after this countdown. Wow, I've seen this before, but I haven't seen it in a while. And Betts' countdown should be done.
I bet Betts is freaking out right now.
Okay, so we've got 40,000 offset going on right now, or about that.
It's on its way down at the moment on my end. Anyway.
Yeah.
We're down to 280,000, so.
Yeah, it's slowly dropping if you can look at the top left of my screen.
D-Mail says this is what it's like to be Race Carlin in the LCQ. Oh.
So, just waiting for the server to kick itself back into shape as my offset continues to drop down below 15,000 now. Any second now we should load back in at a very slow rate, I would assume. Zach Prokop thinks he is awesome by constantly posting RIP in chat. All right, we're about to get down to normal offset levels, so let's see what happens. Under 1,000, and here we go. Everybody's back. And Josh Betts has timed out, so let's see what happens with that. Looks like everybody was able to continue riding, just not together. Okay. Okay, one lap again. So, wow, things are really kicking off here, folks. No Josh Betts loaded in yet. I don't know where his gate would have been, but he's not here. It is still one lap, so that's good news for Josh if we're waiting to go. Josh Betts timed out again. I just figured I'll type that in chat so people understand. Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a rundown of who is in this 250 main event tonight. We have got Brock Hardy with Jeremy Henners, Gunnar Bugler, Josh Betts, Chase Cassell, Brady Stanley, Joseph Nazarek, Devin Davis, Kyle Robb, Carson Tickle, Brian Berg, Tyler Lewis, Ivan Medina, Aaron Robertson, Joaquim Noren, Stephen Barrington, Jack Haley, Michael Wheeler, Keelan Fuela, Blake Scheinman, Dylan Copeland, And, of course, your points leader, Tony Spinelli, in tonight's main event. So as soon as Josh gets back, I don't know.
He's there.
Is he?
There. Yeah, Betts is in. He's riding off the track now, but he's in.
Huh. All right, so here we go.
D. Davis calling Betts to win the main. And he's in this race.
That is crazy. 15 laps, 22 riders, 25 points, and even more than that on the line. Oh boy. We're actually going to take a look at Josh Betts as he's right next to the box. JLV turns that 30 board sideways. Off the track he goes. 250 main event action set to go. Starter Systems TV live in Atlanta.
And their gate is down and they're off.
Betts with a good jump out of the middle, but he's going to get squeezed. It looks like Stanley up the inside.
Stanley and Tony Spinelli in the number 1 and 2 spots. Jeremy Hender's right there. We got 3 fast guys. 1, 2, 3 right now. Joaquim Noren is in 4th and Kyle Robb is in 5th. We are set up for a showdown if these guys can just get through the first lap clean.
Henner is already around Spinelli for second.
Robb goes around Noren. Noren dropping into the pack now.
And Robb up to 4th, like you just said. So we
Bueller
got
up into 5th now.
4 title
Chase
contenders.
right there. Brady Stanley trying to run away with this thing.
These guys still dicing it out for
Hender's
second.
into 2. Robb came in hard on Spinelli, but backs it down.
Stanley's been killing it with his starts, and he's going to lead this first lap.
Oh, Fugler almost goes down in 5th. He keeps it together, though. Noren in 6th right there still, and so is DeSalle. These guys, top 7, already gapped themselves just a bit. Oh, man.
Wow, this is shaping up to be pretty good.
Hender's getting nasty over under, as does Spinelli.
Hender's looks to be reeling in Brady a bit already.
This would have been a good track for style check. Oh, who was down right there? That was Fugler on the ground, dropping it down. So one of our top 5 already dropping out.
Oh, and he gets into it with Brian Berg, so he's going to lose more spots as Scheinman goes by. Go back up front and keep an eye on what's going on.
With a mistake, losing some time now. Robb going to jump up on the inside, looking to make a move.
Battle for second is on as Stanley continues to lead. Oh, Henner slides out. Robb gets by. Spinelli looks like he's going to get by as well, and he does.
Hender's almost turned into him.
So your pick for the main event win tonight, Kyle Robb, looking pretty good.
Yeah, Domi Me left Brady out of the podium, though, which he looks really in his heat. He's obviously really one of the fastest guys. So
yeah, and a good start pays off pretty well for Brady. He's been getting good starts all year, but hasn't turned it into anything really special just yet. So let's see what he can do up front here.
Oh, Hender's with another mistakes in the hay bales. He saves it. But that's allowing Noren to close up on him now.
So Noren just squeaking by in that last chance qualifier.
They're starting to settle things down here as we kick off lap number 4. Brady Stanley continues to lead. Kyle Robb in the number 2 spot. Tony Spinelli 3rd. Jeremy Henners. Joaquim Noren. Chase DeSalle runs in 6th. Brock Hardy up in 7th. Nice ride up inside the top 10 for Hardy. Notice J-Naz was in 7th. He is, or 8th. He is down. So Blake Scheinman in 8th. PhantomX.com rider running in 8th. Wow. J-Naz back going in 9th. And Josh Betts rounds out your top 10. Stanley jumping across the track in the lead. He's opened up the gap to 4 seconds over Kyle Robb.
These guys trying to keep things close together. Robb makes a little mistake, yeah.
Benelli closing the door on, or closing the gap, I should say, not the door. He's trying to open the door and move himself around. Oh, Henner's with another mistake. He was down in that last turn. Noren right up on the backside of him.
Battle for second. Looking pretty good right now. Spinelli with that red plate trying to get the lead. Or again, not the lead, he's second.
Solid as a lifeguard's abs out front. He is into lappers though already.
Rider
Rob got a
down.
lapper down.
Yeah.
Sees him. Checks up.
Like you said, Norn closed right up on Hinters for that 4th place spot.
Oh, Ivan Medina and Devin Davis look like they just cleaned each other.
Oh, Rob
Davis
just...
gets back going right in front of Rob.
Yeah.
Now I'm watching Q and Fuela looking inside
Whoa.
there. Oh, man.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, I'm only watching the battle for 18th, 19th because it's Davis and Fuela and probably full of action.
Fuela just jumped by Davis on the tunnel
Yeah.
jump.
There goes the takeout.
Oh!
Davis slides out going for it.
Now here comes Hinters coming through as Davis has just gotten up.
All right, back out front. Stanley's still leading. Spinelli jumping between some guys that are down. And
Rob!
has made his way around Rob temporarily.
Oof.
Rob almost goes right back by him. These guys trying to lap Wheels, who goes nicely to the inside there.
Man, Stanley's looking really comfy with this lead,
Oh,
almost to the
Rob's got a
halfway
good
part.
run down those moves. They clip the finish.
Spinelli hangs on for now through the sand, back onto the start straight. This is a very, very close battle. Hinters a little ways back, then Norin, DeSalle, Hardy, Nazarek, Betts, and Scheinman holding down the top 10 spots with Brian Berg, 11th, Tickle, Fugler, Lewis, Barrington, Wheeler, Fuela, Davis, Robertson, Medina, and Copeland.
Lapper cut right in front of Kyle Robb there. He was trying to make a run on Spinelli still.
Looks like these guys have maybe started to reel in Brady just a little bit as we got a rider down on the start straight. It makes Brady go really wide. Spinelli and Rob both cutting far inside, trying to hold on to that position.
As Fuela takes out Hinters.
We're about to have a 3-way battle for the lead, it looks like, as things are starting to close up to Brady. We got a rider in between them, though.
With a 1:09 last time around. He's in the bales, misses the triple. Spinelli was a 58, and so was Rob.
Oh!
Lapper takes down Spinelli. Rob goes around the outside of him.
Yeah, that Lapper was doing a terrible job at moving.
I believe that's the 24. Davis? Nope. Can't get a number on him, sorry.
So now these guys all kind of spread out a little bit more evenly as Stanley continues to lead. We're past halfway. Brady looking for that win. Rob wants another win as well.
Let's do a quick top 10 rundown before we get to these last 5 laps. Stanley, Rob, Spinelli, Hinters, Joaquim Norn, Chase DeSalle, J Naz runs in the 7th spot. 8th is Brock Party Hardy. Josh Betts up at 9. Blake Scheinman still holding down the 10th spot.
So that is your top 10 running order, brought to you by Racetech.
Racetech, proud sponsors of Kellen's favorite rider, Ben LeMay.
New Mun Racing Husqvarna rider, huh?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, Rob trying to close this gap down as we are on to lap 10.
59.1, a 58.5, so about 0.6 of a second. Kyle Robb took out of the lead. Spinelli right there as well. Looking for a battle to watch right now. Oh, Brock Hardy drops from 8th all the way back to 12th now. He's outside the top 10 as I'm searching for a battle. Davis and Fugler are battling over 14 and 15 right now. That's the first battle that's within a second right now on the racetrack. Oh, and Fugler cuts all the way inside on Davis and cleans him. Wow. I wish I ran these races because I'd kick Fugler for that. That was really bad.
Yeah, I feel bad for Devin. I mean, he kind of brings some of it on himself, but some of it's a little over the top. And I agree with you there that was probably a little over the top.
A little?
Okay, a lot over the top, but you get what I mean. Oh, Stanley is down. Looks like he got together with a lapper. Kyle Robb to the lead.
And here comes Spinelli.
Battle for second is on. These guys are very close. Spinelli inside. Shows him a wheel, but not quite yet.
Well, Davis just got put over a berm again.
Rob trying to get away from these guys. Hinner's still kind of within fighting distance if these guys end up going down. Oh, Brady was down. That gets Spinelli the spot.
I will be right back.
Chris will be right back. We've got 4 laps to go. Brady trying to get around Tony again. Oh, and he slides out. A nice little 360 save. He's got riders on the inside of him battling for position. Now Hinners can sense that Brady's up there, looking to go up there and get himself on the podium. Joaquin Noren still holds down 5th. DeSalle is 6th. Nazarek 7th. Betts in 8th with Brian Berg 9th. These guys have been put a lap down now. They're in the lap traffic. So Scheinman, Brock Hardy is in there. Carson Tickle. As Brady just got by them. And then we got some riders going down. Riders down. Hinners just gets by them. Oh, we also got some more carnage up here. What happened? Looks like Rob and Spinelli were through clean. Brady got through clean. And Hinners is right there as well. Oh, Hinners into the back of Scheinman, who decided not to go for the triple off the Dragon's back. And then Betts comes flying over the berm in front of you. Rob trying to avoid all this as he's got 3 laps to go. Trying to pick up a win here. I believe he might take over the points lead, although Spinelli trying to say differently tonight. Noren now in front of Hinners after that chaos with Scheinman. DeSalle back here holding down the 6th spot. So it looks like the podium positions are pretty damn locked down with Stanley, Spinelli, and Rob. We have got 2 laps to go here in Atlanta. Rob brings it down through into turn 1. Pretty much just has to stay on 2 wheels at this point, and he will pick up tonight's victory. Spinelli trying anything he can to close that gap down. He's got about 3 seconds in front of him to get there. And it looks like Ivan Medina, lapped rider, trying to get out of the way. Close call there for Spinelli, but he hangs on to it. Looks like Rob maybe losing a little bit of ground, but still holding on, scrubbing down the triples. He will get the white flag this time by. Chris is back.
For old time's sake.
What happened?
I was the one that kicked Devin Davis. He waited up a lap for Gunner and then cleaned him out after cleaning out multiple other people as well. Not that I blame him for cleaning Gunner out, but we can't have that stuff going on during races. Come on now.
Yeah, we are on the white flag lap though. Kyle Robb trying to hang on for this win, and Spinelli has gone down. Brady pretty far back, so he's fine. The top 4 are now really spread out as Rob looks to pick up tonight's win here in Atlanta. See if he shows a little style for the crowd. A little whipper tail, not anything too special. All right, so through the whoops for the 23 of Kyle Robb, motorsports.com. Kyle Robb is your winner here in Atlanta. The second time we stop in Atlanta, and Robb takes the victory. Spinelli looking to hold on to the red plate, comes through the whoops, and looks like he is going to pick up second, as he does. Stanley on the podium in third. Hinner's pretty far back here. And we got Noren coming through. DeSalle and Nazarek. Nazarek the last of the runners not a lap down. Hinner's picking up a fourth. Noren from the LCQ gets a fifth, keeps his title hopes in check. DeSalle, hashtag 4Slim, brings it home in sixth. And Nazarek in seventh. And cuts are in. Nothing affects the top 10, it looks like. In fact, nothing affects any of the positions. As that puts a bow on the 250 main. Kyle Robb.
I got 2 of the 3 podium guys, right? Just saying. And Anders, I believe is my other one, got 4th place.
Yeah, you're
yes.
definitely the closest to picking him, right?
Genius.
All right, looks like we have got a restart coming up here. Okay. Man, I hope this main event goes by quick because I've got to pee. All right, Chris. As we see this rundown, what do you think looks good tonight?
Me? I just looked in the mirror. I'm looking pretty good.
All right.
In all seriousness, could we see Byron down and actually win a race? No, I already called the... Wait, where's Leclerc?
Should be in here somewhere.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, I gotta go with Leclerc.
All right.
I think there's no way that he doesn't hole shot this, and the whoops being small, and even though I think he's corrected his whoops problems from last year, I see him being really hard to beat.
I agree with you there. I think
colliding already before the race starts.
I think Leclerc could be tough tonight, but I saw some good things out of him earlier today, and so I'm going to pick him. I'm going to say Tyson Fresquez gets the win over Leclerc.
Biased.
Biased a little bit. Downen, I think, is going to get third.
To the MotoOption Supercross Series, brought to you by Fly Racing. This is Kellen Brower, the most biased commentator in the world.
Hey now.
Let me guess, Hunter Root's going to get second behind Tyson, too.
No, I put Leclerc second and Downen third. But that's why they go racing, folks. This is going to be a good 20-lap main. We are at the halfway point in the season. This is round 9. We have 8 rounds left to go after this one. And who is going to leave tonight feeling the happiest? We have got the 450 main set to go from Atlanta. Gate is down. Wilcox is going to beat Leclerc to the turn, as is Downen. But Downen tries to push Wilcox wide and takes them both down. That's going to give Jack Roberts the lead. Downen looked a little too greedy there in turn 1, and it cost him as Roberts now leads over Root. So this is bad news for the rest of the field, as Root already going for the lead on Jack Roberts, but Roberts throwing it back in on him. Hunter takes the lead, though.
Hunter hunted him down.
All right, let's give you guys an idea of what's going on here. We got Root leading, Roberts still second with Burkeen sitting right behind him in third. T-Crane fourth with Wilson in fifth. Then Smith, Vanderlee, Zarkowicz, Downen, Schmidt, Leclerc back here with Fresquez. Then Batchelor, Bemberg, O'Hagan, Shipley, Berg, Saulnier, Tiberino, Mullins, your points leader, way back here with the guy that almost got the whole shot, Wilcox, and Andrew Wood also bringing it up back here. He is at the rear of the pack. So we head back up to the front.
On the 10-11 spots right now as Fresquez makes the move on Leclerc. Leclerc comes right back on him though.
Yeah, these are two guys that could definitely move their way through the field and do it quickly. But Hunter Root trying to check out as
Tyson goes inside and makes that pass.
Tyson makes that pass. Leclerc going to get him back though maybe, and he does. Wow, Leclerc trying to get another pass done as Zarkowicz right in front of him with, looks like Jeremy Shipley. Now Fresquez almost jumps onto the back of him. They've got Bachelor right behind him, and Leclerc jumps around the outside, almost goes off the track as Zarkowicz still on the inside trying to drag race him through the whoops. Leclerc hangs on, trying to go get Vanderlei it is. Down and up there, Smith, Roberts, T. Crane, Burkeen, and Root really starting to put a gap on the field. And he goes down, so that's going to shake things up. Here comes Burkeen. He's not going to get the triple in here, but he might get the lead on Hunter. Hunter just gets going, is not going to do the triple. Here comes Burkeen jumping past him. He's going to cut back underneath as Smith puts the move on Crane for third. Through the whoops they go. Four-rider pack up front. And Smith, just like that, moves into second. Smith looks determined to go after Root and get that lead away. He wants second place in points back, and he wants it badly. Meanwhile, Downen just bringing up the rear of this field, only 3 seconds off the leader. T-Crane up the inside, gets Burkeen, but he comes back across. Neither of them are going to get it. Downen tries to split them both and then gets them both and still somehow triples into the rhythm.
Maybe he found his magical box of Lucky Charms this morning.
Man, that was
feisty tonight.
Yeah, that was an intense
not
move.
Even racing last night. Maybe a little bit more relaxed and whatnot is helping him out a little bit.
Last year's champion, definitely looking the best I've seen him all year.
Wow, did you see him just triple out of that inside?
Yeah.
Nice.
Meanwhile, Smith is actually reeling in Root just a little bit right now up front. This could be a three-way battle for the lead before we know it, as Downen closes in on Smith. Smith closes in on Root. Burkeen still fourth with Vanderlei in fifth. We go back here to see Jack Roberts just in front of Leclerc and Fresquez. So Leclerc and Fresquez still linked together now, up in seventh and eighth. Trying to get around Jack Roberts.
We're only 5 laps into this. These guys are freight training through the pack pretty well. They've both shown that in the past that they can get through traffic. So yeah, I wouldn't count them out of this. I mean, we do have some speedsters out front with Hunter Root, Jeremy Smith, and Byron Downen.
Ooh, Fresquez just got into the back of Roberts, but fortunately both riders stayed up as Leclerc now going after Vanderlei. That would be for
Justin
fifth.
Mullins is looking to try to take the 13th spot right now. It's his championship points. He needs to get clawing his way to the front of the pack.
Yeah, this has been a disaster of a night for Mullins, who had to just squeak in through the semi, almost had to go to the LCQ. But right now, it is not working out for him as he is outside of the top 10. Meanwhile, still Root out front. Now Downen finds himself in second. He's moved around his teammate Smith, but he slides out on the start straight. 360s his way back up onto his wheels. But Smith has gotten by. Got a rider down on the inside of this corner here. These guys almost didn't see him. A blind corner. The number 4 and the number 1 battling it out over second place. Burkeen kind of alone. Fresquez trying to get the move on Vanderlee for 5th here. Almost gets into the back of him. Looks like Saulnier off the track here on the 112. Just gets going in front of these guys. Fresquez looking for a move. As Leclerc also in the mix as well. Hey, efforts in chat looking for lap time comparisons. Root 57.3 last time by, a 55.8 his best lap, a 58.1 for Downen last time by as he jumps over Daniel Bachelet, who is on the wrong side of the track. 55.9 his best lap. Burkeen is up to 3rd with a 58.3 as Vanderlee is also.
7th.
Yeah. So suddenly Fresquez, Vanderlee around Smith. Burkeen onto the podium spot. Leclerc is 6th. Like you said, Smith back to 7th. This might be a disaster of a lap for him. He had just ran a 56.7. I'm sure it's going to be somewhere in the 1 minute 10 to 1 minute 20 range. Root, a good comfy gap, but Downen still kind of there if Root gets into any lap traffic. Burkeen under heavy pressure from Vanderlee and Fresquez from behind. Oh, Fresquez almost jumps off the track. A good save. Let's see what Vanderlee can do. Vanderlee looking really good in his return to MotoOption Supercross. This is the 2nd week back. Now circulating on lap number 10, so we're about halfway through. As soon as lap 10 is done, we will be exactly halfway through. As Vanderlee really looking feisty to get around Burkeen as he goes up the inside. It looks like he's going to get the move done as Burkeen jumps off the track. Fresquez trying to follow suit to the inside. Looks like he may just get it, and he does. He shuts the door off, and then he triples past Vanderlee and does that crazy, ridiculous line. I hate how unrealistic it is, but Fresquez goes from 5th to 3rd just like that.
Noticing a little trend here. A couple of the guys that have been fast in years past really excelling on this track between Downen and Fresquez both.
Yeah, and Vanderlee as well. Vanderlee, former 2-time winner in this class.
Absolutely. Maybe nothing to it. Maybe there is something to it.
New kid in town, though. Root is still leading this thing. And an update from chat says that Hunter Root would be leading the points after tonight if it stays as is. Of course, we still have 10 laps pretty much to run here, so things could change. But Root looking solid. Down and just got around the lap rider, Brandon Berg.
Tyson ran the fastest lap of the race last time around at 55.6. Looks like he's going for that jump over the face of the over-under every lap now. So, not messing around.
That's something that he has to do if he wants to close in.
Off the lead right now, which is not insurmountable. We're only on lap 11, lap 12 now for Hunter Root. A lot of racing left to go. As we've seen, anything can and usually does happen.
That is true.
His fastest lap in last time around, a 55.9. Root was a 58.0, so not much change between those two, and a 55.7 for Skez, another heater last time around. So let's see him go into this over-under section, see if he can pull it off a 3rd lap in a row. There he goes, tripling up, launches it, pile drives into the tabletop and keeps on keeping on.
It's crazy. I don't think anybody could make that line look as smooth as he does, as he just downsides the back of that tunnel jump perfectly. It sucks that that line is doable, but he's making it work.
Just shows how inconsistent it is for most guys that no one else is really pulling it out right here in this main event.
Yeah.
We have the best riders in the game on the racetrack right now. Let's do an update. Jeremy Smith is in 6th, Leclerc in 7th, and Mullins in 8th. Those are 3-year title contenders. And obviously Hunter Root out in the lead.
So this is actually doing a lot of good work for Tyson. If he can move his way up past Downen, perhaps he's making up a lot of good points on the guys that are in front of him, like Smith, Leclerc, and Mullins in points. Of course, Root, if he hangs on to win this one, will be your points leader afterwards. But Fresca is just trying to keep in this title hunt at this point, down in 5th in points. Fresca is not doing that line this time, but it looks like he's actually lost some time as Burkeen has really closed up on him. May have gone down. A lot like last week, though. Once Root took the lead, he has looked solid and hasn't looked back.
$57.4 this time around for Root. Let's see what Downen turns in. 56.5, so almost a second out of the lead. Fresquez, on the other hand, dropped some serious time. He's 16 seconds off of Downen now, so.
Yeah, he's still got Burkeen all over him. Good showing for the 18 of Burkeen tonight.
Burkeen probably also not having nightmares about these whoops.
Vanderlei has slipped back to 6th as Leclerc is still struggling to get going. Vanderlei slides out and Leclerc goes to 6th.
Oh. Mullins was just getting up from a little bit of a crash, it looks like. Let's give it a top 10 rundown here on Start Your Systems Television. It's the MotoOption Supercross Series presented by Fly Racing. The 450 main event is on the track. Hunter Root continuing to lead. Myron down in 6 seconds behind. In the number 2 spot, Tyson Fresquez runs in the 3rd spot. Matt Burkeen still 3 seconds off of him. Jeremy Smith 1.3 back. Running in 6th, Alexis Leclerc. Jordan Vanderlei, Jesse Mullins in 8th, Tyler Crane 9th, and rounding out your top 10, Team System Deco rider Jack Roberts. This top 10 rundown has been brought to you by Racetech Suspension, the suspension of choice of many of the fastest and slowest riders out there. No matter how fast you ride, you should ride Racetech. Hey, how about that? That was a good one.
That was a good one.
More often.
You got to call Rob up tonight and tell him that that's the one that you guys are using for the rest of the week.
Oh, we have a 2.5 second bat lead. Downen is charging. Root stuck behind a lapper here. Is that the T-Train? T-Train holding him up a little bit. He goes wide there and lets him go by.
Well, we thought Downen looked good here tonight.
Down. One almost gets up right into Root. Here comes Downen. Downen a 57 last time around. Root a 101.3.
These guys are in traffic. We're on lap number 16 right now. Oh, Downen.
Oh, Downen almost goes down. It looks like he's kind of distracted. He's got one lapper real close behind him and another one he's trying to get around in front of him. He blows that rut now. He had an opportunity, and he's given all that time right back that he just made up.
Yeah, he's got A-Wood right in front of him, and A-Wood yet to move out of the way.
Shocker, A-Wood being a bad lapper.
It's really hurting Downen at this point, though, because A-Wood still has not moved.
I'm looking for Downen to punt A-Wood into the cheap seats. A-Wood can go get some cotton candy a little early. It's going to come right here after this whoop section, would be my guess.
A-Wood finally concedes a spot in a very tricky spot. I don't normally like seeing people slow down in the whoops to give up the spot, but Downen is really on a charge now. Still can see Hunter.
We're on lap 17. The gap's 2 seconds. Even with that going on with A-Wood, 57.7 for Root, 58.4 for Downen.
Oh, Downen slides out. I was just about to say, if Downen can get up there, it would be his 9th career Supercross victory. Hunter Root up there right now looking for his 4th career Supercross victory.
Smith moved around Fresquez, and Fresquez gets into a lapper that got punted from another straightaway and causes him to go down. That's going to allow Leclerc to go by him.
Wow, it's all coming undone for Fresquez.
Have come off for Tyson Fresquez at this point in the race.
So Leclerc finds himself up in 4th now, with Burkeen slipping back to 5th. Fresquez all the way back down to 6th, and we got Vanderlei, Mullins, Roberts, who is in the top 10, but moving out of the way as Hunter Root comes by with the race lead. So that's pretty intense.
Props to my boy Jack Roberts. Actually, he's not my boy. I don't even know if I've ever talked to him. But giving up some time to get out of the way of your leader, that's the way it's supposed to be done. That's good sportsmanship out there. Good job to Jack Roberts. This thing's still not over, though. Downing is still within striking distance. He needs a mistake from Root.
Ooh.
Right there.
Mullins and Vanderlei going at it for P7 right now.
Fresquez making the move on Leclerc. They're side by side into the turn.
Oh, man. So Fresquez got around Burkeen and is going after Leclerc now. Trying to get something done. We got 2 laps to go. The battle for the lead is not done yet, but we're checking out this battle between. Oh, slides it out. Burkeen looks like
too excited there.
Yeah, Burkeen's gonna get by him. Oh, and then Burkeen goes down, so gives Fresquez a spot right back.
With a mistake out front. Downing is closing. He ran another 55.7 last time around. So Downing going for it for sure.
Downing's corner speed is ridiculous tonight. Doesn't look like
the white flag here in a couple corners.
Yeah.
Roberto cannot let up too much. He doesn't have that much of a lead, and there is a pack of lappers in front of him.
White flag in the air for Root. Time not on down inside at this point.
A 57.0 for Root. Downing going to need a little bit more if he's going to take this home.
Number 11 versus number 1.
Of lappers.
There are lappers everywhere, like you just said. Oh, and one gets right in front of Root.
Gets Tyler Schmidt right in front of him.
And he messed up the section. Here comes Downing.
Here comes Downing.
Wilcox in the mix. We got a battle for the lead on our hands. Half a lap left to go in Atlanta.
Root quads. Downing doesn't. There's a lap.
Oh. And just like that, Root has a good gap left to go. Here we go. 2 corners left. He's got a whoop section and a U-turn between him and his 4th win of the season. Here it is. Hunter Root wins both Atlantas. He sweeps the Atlantas. And with it, I believe he takes over the points lead. As Smith gonna bring home a podium. Leclerc fought his way up to get into 4th. Fresquez and Mullins still disputing 5th as they come to the line here. Oh, Mullins into Bachelor who just got onto the track at the wrong time.
Burkeen there trying to take the spot from Mullins now.
Fresquez picks up a 5th. Mullins, salvage night for him after what seemed to be a disaster. He's going to end up 6th. And Burkeen 7th. Vanderlei slips his way back down into 8th. All these runners across the line. 14th, Wilson just goes over the line and cuts her in. And nothing is affected in the top 10, so Hunter Root is still your winner tonight. Wow, what a race.
No 2 strokes on the track, but we got one in our chat room. Nate Zaworski.
All right, folks. Well, that will do it for us tonight here on Starter Systems TV. For Kellen Brower, Chris Riesenberg, and all of us here, we'd like to thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Go ahead and check out the live stream archive tonight here on our YouTube channel. And be sure to check out RaceFactoryGaming.com for all of your updates on the 2015 MotoOption Supercross Series presented by Fly Racing. But for now, we'll see you guys next week in Daytona. This has been the live stream of the 2015 MotoOption Supercross Series presented by Fly Racing. We'll see you guys next week.